Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to learn concept related to software interrupt instructions in ARM instructions. Before going to the SWI instruction, first we'll understand what is meant by interrupt. So in digital computers, an interrupt is an input signal to the processor indicating an event that needs immediate attention. What does it mean? Consider this is our main program. So at each location we are having certain programming lines. Okay, and we are executing this program, and in between we got this interrupt. Now as I said, interrupt is a high priority task. So what your processor will do, processor will stop executing these instructions. So it will execute, it will stop executing these remaining instructions, and it will go into the ISR, that is interrupt service routine, where interrupt related program is stored. So it will execute, or it will perform operations related to this interrupt, and after completion of this interrupt related program, it will again come back to the main program and it will start executing the remaining instructions. Okay, so this is called as interrupt. Now software interrupt instruction we are having in ARM processor, which is nothing but SWI. Okay, so this instruction is used to enter in supervisor mode. So we are having different or we are having 7 processor mode in ARM. So this SWI instruction is used to enter into the supervisor mode. Okay, it causes an exception trap to the SWI hardware vector, thus causing a change to the supervisor mode plus the associated state savings, thus causing the SWI exception handler to be called. The handler can then examine the comment field of the instruction to decide what operation has been requested. So after this particular handler will decide what operation will be we have to execute. Okay, after entering the supervisor mode. Now I will directly take one example. Suppose our processor currently in user mode. So obviously the content related to user mode will be stored into the CPSR register. Now please try to understand, this is pre execution of the software interrupt instruction, and this is post execution. Okay, so before executing this SWI, our processor is in user mode, and our CPSR is having this content. Okay, our program counter is having this location 0x 4 times 0 8000, which is nothing but this location. Okay, and our link register or R14 is having this particular address. Okay, now at this location, that is 0x 4 times 0 8000, we are calling software interrupt instruction. Okay, so SWI is nothing but software interrupt instruction, and above this, next to this instruction, we are mentioning one number, which is nothing but software interrupt instruction number. Okay, so whenever SWI is called, then your processor will enter into the supervisor control mode, because in this table we are having these exceptions or interrupt, and we are having these 7 processor modes. Whenever reset is pressed or reset interrupt occur, your processor will go into the SVC mode, that is supervisor control. When undefined instruction occur, then your processor will enter into the undefined mode. So similarly, whenever software interrupt occur, at that time processor will enter into the supervisor. Okay, and to this supervisor mode, we are having in interrupt vector table, we are having this location. So at this location, supervisor control software interrupt related instructions are stored. Okay, so at this location, which is available in interrupt vector table, that is IVT. Okay, so before execution we are having this data, and whenever this SWI is called at this particular 0x0 4 times 0 8000 location, then what happened that we are going to see. So after this, your CPSR will enter into the supervisor control, that is SVC. Okay, before entering supervisor control, the content of this CPSR are stored into the SPSR register. So you'll get all these contents inside the SPSR register, same contents. Okay, then your program counter will be loaded with the 0x00000008 address. Why? Because related to this SWI interrupt, in vector table we are having this address. So your program counter will directly jump to this location to find out the program related to this SWI. Okay, so that's why your program counter will loaded with this particular address. and your link register will be loaded with this address 0x00008004. Now this link register basically store the return address. Now whenever interrupt occur at that time, location or program main program location is at this location, that is 0x 4 times 0 8000. Now whenever your interrupt executed, after that whenever program counter return back to the main program, then your program counter must point to the next instruction. Okay, so next instruction obviously will be available at 8004 location, because 8000 to 8003 location will be assigned for this instruction, this 32-bit instruction. So that's why your link register will be loaded with this address. Okay, and whenever we execute this SWI interrupt, after that we have to write this instruction, which is nothing but move s pc comma r14 svc. Okay, so r14 svc is nothing but link register. So your program counter is again loaded with the address corresponding to the main program. Okay, so in this way we can implement SWI in ARM processors. Thank you.